Monday, October 13th. Welcome into another episode of Daily Dingers brought to you by Better in Green. Two LCS games going tonight, guys. We have game 2 of the ALCS, Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays, and then we have game 1 of the NLCS, LA Dodgers at the Milwaukee Brewers. Guys, quick bit of housekeeping before I get into the plays here, get into the show. I will be traveling this evening, headed to New York City for a few days. I'll be back on Thursday afternoon. So I don't think I'll have any daily dingers Tuesday, Wednesday, or probably Thursday either. Still debating what I'm going to do. I might just post a video, just a quick 1 minute video with the plays with not much analysis on Twitter X, or might just tweet out the plays. So follow Better Green on Twitter X, or follow myself at eBainbridge26. I will probably post on the Better Green page and then repost to my personal page as well. So that's probably how I'm going to move forward here for the next couple of days. Still going to be paying attention to all the baseball going on. Still going to be trying to watch the games if I can. Betting on the games as well. So not taking a break from baseball, but will be busy. Probably won't be able to film these videos. So again, follow on Twitter X at Better Green. And then if you want to as well, follow my personal page at eBainbridge26. I do post all of my official plays over there, and I will repost the Better and Green Daily Dingers content that I put out there as well. Speaking of posting my plays on Twitter, nice cash yesterday with the Carolina Panthers. Had them +3, win outright. That's why we're rocking the Carolina jersey today. But, guys, let's get into the plays here. 5:03 Eastern start time. Mariners and Blue Jays playing Game 2. Just saw them play Game 1 last night. The Mariners take Game 1 3-1. Now the Mariners are sending Logan Gilbert to the mound as their starter. And the Blue Jays have Trey Savage going on the mound for them. We just saw Logan Gilbert pitch right around 30 pitches, I believe, on Friday night in that Game 5 closeout game against the Tigers in relief. And now he gets the start here for Seattle. I am really kicking myself. Right before that game started, I had my finger on the trigger, Seattle +1.5. Just thought it was a major overreaction to the arms that they used in Game 5 on Friday. Gilbert was a guy that wasn't going to get used last night regardless. Luis Castillo was a guy that wasn't going to get used regardless. Some of those guys that they pitched, a majority of their pitches, they weren't going to get used last night. So I just thought it was a major overreaction. What held me off is I just didn't know how, that late game, the excitement from winning, then traveling, going through from the U.S. to Canada, just didn't really know how that whole thing would play into it there for Seattle. So, yeah, I held off and I was kicking myself, really from the jump. I mean, when Toronto hit that leadoff home run, I was thinking, well, maybe good thing I didn't play that, and then it was basically all Mariners from there. That being said, guys, I like the Blue Jays on the money line in this game, -130. I do think you have a small edge there with Logan Gilbert on the mound over Savage for the Mariners, but like I said, he did pitch on Friday. I can't imagine he's fully ready to go here. I think if he gets hit up a little bit early, the Mariners will be heading to their bullpen early today. And that's where it could cause some issues with some of the guys that had to pitch in extras on Friday night, as well as last night as well. I do think the Blue Jays, I like the Blue Jays to ultimately win and advance in this series at home. I think the days off hurt the Blue Jays yesterday. I think the Mariners were able to keep that momentum rolling from their big Friday night win in Game 5. And I think the Blue Jays are in a get-right spot here. -130 feels cheap to me. Like I said, I do think the Blue Jays ultimately end up winning this series and going on to the World Series. I'm going to take the Blue Jays -130 for game number 1. And game number 2, the LA Dodgers, currently a -150 road favorite, +130 coming back on the Brewers here. The Dodgers are sending Blake Snell to the mound to pitch game 1. Jose Quintana going for the Brewers in this game. I don't know where I stand on the side here. I'm rooting for the Dodgers. I have big futures on the Dodgers to win the World Series. Right now they look like the team to beat. Would absolutely love for them to take game 1 in Milwaukee. So that's my rooting interest, but I'm going to play the under 7.5. You can get that at even odds. Wouldn't blame you at going up to 8, right around -120, 125. Get that extra run there, or half run. But I do like the under in this game. I think we see a pitcher's duel between Snell and Quintana. Both guys have pitched well in the postseason. Quintana has not had an earned run against. He has a 1.00 whip, but only 3 innings pitched for Quintana. Snell, 13 innings pitched, 18 strikeouts to just 5 walks, a .77 whip, 1.38 ERA, 2 wins going in his decision. Yeah, I like the pitching matchup in this game. I think both guys could go deep. I think we could see this being similar to that Game 4 Dodgers-Phillies game, where that was a 2-1 final in the 11th inning. I think it's similar to that. I think it could be 0-0 after 5. Someone's going to get a run or two across the plate. And, I think it's just going to be a really grinded out, defensive, low-scoring game. I really like the pitching edge. I like that both teams have had a little bit of time off here. I think that kind of slows down momentum on both sides. I guess it wasn't a ton of time. I mean, the Brewers just played on Saturday. But yeah, I think it's going to be more of a defensive battle, like I said, pitching. And I guess I like more so that LA's had the time off because those are the bats that worry me a little bit more than Milwaukee. But I think they'll come in just a little bit cold into this game against a good pitcher in Quintana. Give me the under 7.5 for game number 2 today. So, guys, that will wrap it for Monday's show. Again, likely no shows coming out from me until probably Friday. But, again, I will probably post plays over at on Twitter, X, at BetterGreen, and then we'll repost them to my official personal page, eBainbridge26. So go follow those over there. Again, quick recap, guys. Blue Jays money line -130. Dodgers Brewers under 7.5 at even odds. Thank you as always for watching, guys. If you have not subscribed already, please consider doing so. Hit that like button if you enjoy the content. Drop me a comment down below. Let me know if you've been to New York City. Let me know a restaurant or food or something, some food that I need to try. Really looking forward to the food in New York. I've heard it's fantastic. Let me know in the comments where I should go. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, follow on Twitter X for more plays throughout the week. And until Friday, hope you guys have a profitable week. We'll see you next time for another episode of Daily Dingers brought to you by Butter and Green.